Evening, everyone. It's Thursday night, and it's about quarter after 6, and we had kind of an interesting day today. Um, we had a fairly substantial reversal in the Dow from being up about 200 to being down 175 and closing down 147.63, or just under 0.6%. NASDAQ the same, down 43, about 0.46. The S&Ps were down only $6.40, but they were up about 30 during the day. The big loser was the Russell, which for the last couple of days has been outperforming substantially. It was down 35.69 tonight, or roughly 2.5%, and the transports were down 145, which is 1.6%. Volume was a little bit higher. The advanced declines were poor, not overwhelming, just poor on the New York at 4 to 3 down. But over on the NASDAQ, where we've been seeing most of the weakness, they were actually 2 to 1 down. As far as the Dow stocks go, they were split 50-50, with the two biggest losers, Goldman Sachs down about 58 Dow points, and Disney taking about 33 Dow points off the averages. Healthcare, utilities, and real estate were the strong sectors, and the weak sectors were the financials, energy, consumer discretionary, industrials, and communication services. We had plenty of news today. We had the initial jobless claims, which were due around 1.95 million. They were actually up 2,123,000. The continuing number was down about 3.5 million to 21.5 from 25. Our second look at gross domestic product was down 5% versus an expected down 4.8, and pending home sales were horrendous. They were expected plus 4.8%, and they were down 21.8%. So that was a big miss, and it was also a greater miss than last month, where they were down 20.8 million. As far as earnings go, we had plenty today. We started early in the day with Workday, which finished up 12.18 or 7.2%. Dollar Tree also beat and was up about 10 and a quarter or 11.6%. And old Hewlett Packard, $15.01 down, $2.11 or 12.3%. After the close, we had Salesforce, which beat earnings by a penny, but issued poor guidance, and after trading up and closing around 181, traded all the way down to 172 and is down 9. Williams Sonoma went the other way. They beat tremendously, mostly because even though they were closed, all their stores were closed, they do a phenomenal amount of online and catalog sales. So the stock had closed around 73, and last I saw it was trading 80, up about 7. Nordstrom was a miss, but no big deal. It had closed at 18.12. It got down to 17.35, and the last that I saw was 18.18, so about 6 cents. Ulta, the big box beauty store, which has usually has a pretty substantial move when it reports, was 243. They had a slight miss. The stock got down to 228, so about 15, and came all the way back. The last I saw was 240, down 3. And let's see, oil was up 90 cents, even though it was substantially lower overnight and substantially higher this morning. Finished 33.71 plus 90. The gold, the same way. Gold got all the way up to 1743 early this morning and then came crashing back down to about the 1720 area. Finished at 1728.30, up $1.50. Bitcoin continues to claw its way back, closed 94.20 today, up 280, and the bonds were down around 0.75%. Tomorrow we have personal income and spending. We have University of Michigan consumer sentiment. We have Chicago PMI and retail inventories and wholesale goods. Remember, if you like our work, please like us and feel free to subscribe. Have a good evening.